What went into your decision to bring Lively off the bench and then close with him until obviously he banged his knee? And how do you think he responded to everything?
The answer to the last part of the question, I thought the guys that we asked to come off the bench did a great job tonight. I thought D-Live did a great job. His energy, he came up with some big defensive stop there, and then the offensive rebound was big for us. I thought he did great until he bumped knees. But I thought, again, his length on Bam there at the end, he made a miss, and we got the stops when we had to. And then on the offensive end, he came up again with a big offensive rebound, and they threw it out. I thought the units that were out there today did a really good job on both ends. We got off to a little slow start defensively, but after the first quarter, I thought the the units out there were really good. I think the most we gave up was 25 in a quarter, and we haven't seen that in a while.
What did you think was the difference defensively after the rough start?
Just being tied together, it's not easy. It's going to be ups and downs. You're going to be tested. I thought the group that started, we got backdoored a little bit too much, trying to run, making sure Duncan wasn't going to shoot threes, and he back cut us a little bit. Jimmy got to the middle, which he loves to do, and then that puts a lot of pressure on the defense, so that opened up some threes. But I thought the guys, again, mentally stayed the course. No one's panicked, and we had a good home win.
As far as you know, it was the Lively.
Like 30 seconds. I just got here. It's the fastest I've been down here. I think it's just bang knees as of right now. So we'll find out tomorrow. We'll have more on that tomorrow.
What was the Exum's importance down the stretch? Another player you closed with?
His importance, when you look at his calmness, he doesn't panic. I thought the pace in that second when he came in to be able to help Luka not have to bring the ball up, but also found Luka. It got Luka easy shots. Also his teammates easy shots. His pace is something that we've missed here, and you could see that today. Maybe one flaw was the layup. But I think with the long stretch that he had there, he was playing at a high level for us. And then the trust that Kai and Luka have late in the game with the double teams, being able to knock down the three, and then being able to knock down a jump shot. And then the most important part of all that was being able to make the free throws. So he was good on both ends, and we missed him.
What will it take to build a winning streak from tonight, kind of build on this win?
We got a chance to play another game in Detroit. You can only take one at a time, take the one that's in front of you, and now we leave for Detroit tomorrow, play them. Not easy, no matter what their record is, they've been playing teams to the end. And so we have to come with the same effort that we came with tonight. One of the biggest things is going to be being a team and being able to sacrifice. When you look at the minutes, everyone's not going to be able to play the minutes that they want to. We got to understand or define the minutes for the team that can win, and teams that can digest that, or players who can digest that, you can start a winning streak.
Do you like the way you guys handled the physicality?
Yeah, I thought it was great. The physicality, that we didn't back down from it. I thought we matched it, and we talked about that before the game, the physicality that they were going to have, and I thought the guys did a great job with that.
Luka, 4 straight 35-point triple-doubles, something that's never been done in NBA history. Obviously, a lot easier to appreciate the numbers when they come in a win tonight. What do you make of his ability just to pile up ridiculous numbers night in and night out?
Yeah, that's a great question. Just talking with Reggie Miller, I was asking him that same thing. Have you seen, or could you say he's close to him in the sense of the scoring ability, the double teams, and be able to score at the rate that he does. So it was a really good conversation, because you're talking about another great scorer in Reggie Miller. So it's really nice to watch. I thought, again, his minutes were down. Being able to get him out early, I thought he was fresh in the fourth, and that's something that we were able to do when we had Exum, was to be able to get him out early. So if we had to stack minutes in the second half, we could. Here of late, we've been stacking them in the first half where we were playing them, 20+. And so, Luka's triple-doubles, I've always said this, we can't take that young man for granted. You're seeing something as rare as a Picasso. when he comes every night, he does something. I thought the three with, no time on the shot clock was, everybody just knows that he was going to make it. But those, that doesn't happen for everybody. And so he's special. And I think when you see him, no one's going to give him a compliment, but we got no T's in 2 games. We're rolling, and so I think you talk about the triple-double streak. I think we got no T streak going. So I think that's something that we have to talk about too. Is that I think he has a little bit more energy, and I think his composure right now. He's in a really good place. No matter winning or losing, he loves to win. He wants to win. But I think you're starting to see him turn the corner here.
Jason, after last game, Daniel mentioned that one of the voices that stood out in the locker room was the vet, Markieff Morris. What does it do for you as a coach when you have a veteran kind of echo your same sentiment?
Yeah, when with Markieff talking, we need that in this, not just with us, but in this league, because these are players who have done this and played before our younger players, and a lot of times peer to peer, it's probably hurt a little bit more and taken a little bit more serious. And I thought Markieff speaking up after that game was big because that's what we need. And that's, leaders come in all shapes and forms. They don't have to make $40 million and they don't have to play 40 minutes. And so he's been a big part of our season, even though you don't see it in the stat sheet, nor do we brag about it. But he's a big part of our success and a big part of our family. Thanks.
In your view, what changed defensively for you guys after the first quarter? 25 and under in the next 3.
I think it's just the easy points. There was too many back doors, too many just layups, things that we can control. I think once we kind of stopped that, the game was out. So.
Jason talked a lot about you closing the game, and especially as they're sending doubles, just having the trust, Luka and Kyrie specifically having the trust in you as a third ball handler. Were you expecting that going into the night? What did you see as you guys closed down the stretch?
Yeah, no, I think, it's always about being ready. Obviously I haven't closed the game in a long time, so, but I'm always ready, and that's the biggest thing. And I knew, they're going to double, both of them. So it's always got to be me come back to the ball, and then when I get the free throws, just be confident, knock them down.
Teams haven't been doubling as much on Luka and Kyrie. Do you think that kind of those 4-on-3 situations is where your skill set really shows on this team?
Yeah, I mean, you can see it in a lot of different situations when they get downhill, and me being able to knock down a shot too. But it's just being able to play off different plays and different scenarios.
Talk about you.
Coming back, you did miss quite a bit of time.
Yeah, no, it's always tough coming back. I think definitely with the trades that were made, and kind of the team was rolling when I came back, and so I think it's just trying to find my minutes and stay confident and be ready.
Along those same lines, talk about your journey coming back mentally, physically, emotionally.
Yeah, no, it was hard. I obviously had the foot that wasn't good, and then spent a bit of time out and then came back, and then the knee wasn't feeling right. So I think, but after that, it was just about taking my time and making sure I was right, so that I can finish out the season strong.
Dante, Coach mentioned your calmness that you bring to the team when you play. Do you feel like that's something you've always had throughout your career, or something you've had to perfect and work on?
Yeah, it's definitely something you have to work on. I always try and remain calm, in a lot of situations. I think the biggest thing, not game to game and throughout a season, but it's a roller coaster. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, and it's just about keeping your cool and staying calm. It's not pointing fingers or anything. And obviously we've gone through that a bit, and it's just about staying cool and just do what we do and take it game by game.
How critical was this game for you guys? 0-2 on this homestand, certainly been one.
Yeah, I think for now every game is critical for us. We need to kind of set our foot down and create this identity of who we're going to be going into the postseason. That's our goal. And if we lock down on defense, we're an offensive team that can outscore anybody.
Do you have any sort of minutes restriction, or is there an idea, a aim that the training staff, the coaching staff has for you?
No. I think I'm past that, and I think those are the first few games. But now I'm ready to go.
And was there any sense that the injuries that you did have were minutes related or just things that happened?
I think, who knows? I'm not a medical professional, so I leave that to them, and I just, listen to what they say. But, I think the main thing is I'm healthy and I'm good now.
Gotcha.
Cool. Thank you.
The defense a little more to your liking, at least in the last 3 quarters?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I feel like, we came out with an edge in that second quarter. It was a 22-point quarter. I feel like we did everything we kind of needed to do, just pretty much withstand that first punch that they threw in the first.
Going into this, you haven't lost the first 2 games on this homestand. How critical did you guys view this game?
Oh, most definitely. It was a must-win. We came out, and the message was, this is one of the ones that we need. Most definitely, because, we're playing for something. We're playing for a position to be able to make the playoff run that we want to. So, really, just tonight, we just had to just come out with the mindset that it's going to be a tough one, for sure. Especially with this rough, gritty Miami team, we had to really come out and stay locked in.
Last game, you talked about the overall effort and communication on defense. What was your assessment tonight?
I feel like we did a lot better from the last 2 games that we've had. Of course, it was areas where we kind of got to a point to where it wasn't any communication, but we took the next step forward and got to a point to where it was like we're there for each other. At the end of the day, we stayed kind of together. It was a lot of frustration. I got frustrated in the first quarter, felt like I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do. Teammates came and pretty much pushed me forward instead of letting me take a step backward. For sure. So tonight we for sure stayed together as a team, as a unit, just kind of let all the stuff happen that happened throughout the game, left that behind us and had a next play mentality, I would say.
How do you build upon that because you said it was a must win, how do you make sure yourself and your teammates sustain that effort going forward?
I would just say it's just communication on and off the floor, through the coaching staff and the players. Every day, every night, every minute, every second counts at the end of the day, and every possession counts in these games. So if we worry about the possession before or possession that happened at the beginning of the game or anything like that, it's something that kind of ties in and kind of sucks the energy out of the team. So at the end of the day, we just, like I said, stayed together. We made sure we comforted the guys that needed it. We made sure we pushed the guys that needed it. At the end of the day, got guys out of their head, got them out of their funk, and just went out and had fun with the game. Derek Jones and PJ, I was having a conversation with them at the end of the game, and they were just saying, you got to stay having fun with the game, because if you get to a point to where it's like you don't have fun with it and try to control everything, you get frustrated, and that's kind of like how it felt with me in the first quarter. So those words stuck with me for sure.
Daniel, Jason talked about you guys getting ready for your next matchup against Detroit, no matter what the record looks like. What does it say about you all and the league when you respect the team, no matter what the record is?
They're an NBA team just like any other team. They're going to come out with, their eyes on the prize, and that's to come out and win a basketball game. So we just can't take that for granted. At the end of the day, we can't just come out and just think that they're just going to lay down and just give us a win. That's not going to happen at all.
Were you happy with the way you guys handled the physicality and how much did that help on the defensive end?
It helped us a lot, because fighting against a team like this, Miami, you got to give credit to where credit is due. These guys are tough. They come out every night. They put their bodies on the line. And their energy is just out of this world when it comes to just their defensive effort. They're in the passing lanes. They're in the right spots at the right times. And they're a very well-conditioned team, I would say. So at the end of the day, we just had to come out and just kind of hold our poise, because we knew it was going to be just a rough game from the start.